I had to collaborate with outside entities such as the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, and other military commands as well in order to successfully complete our missions that we had. And I think that ties it back together with HCA.
I'm really happy with the way HCA looks at veterans as a really good resource and tries to help them out. Also, we have some volunteer work that involves veterans as well.
Sometimes it's hard to describe what deployment is. We always describe it as the best time you never want to have ever again.
Okay, get your stuff, we're going, and we don't know when we're coming back.
So I was deployed from 2007 to 2008. I was stationed in Camp Bucca, Iraq, which was in the southern part near Kuwait. I was there for approximately 12 months. There I was a communication officer for the forward operating base there. As a company commander, I'm the face for the company. So I had to stay motivated internally in order to keep the troops motivated. I've been with HCA almost 4 years now, came from full-time service, and when I made the switch, it was a little scary moving from something comfortable to something in the civilian world. But since then, I have not looked back. I love HCA, the teamwork, the culture that HCA brings of serving back to the community, and I think that is a good fit for somebody in uniform who already serves their community.
I grew up in a small town called West Point, just outside of Fort Knox, Kentucky. All, birthed 18 years old. Fairly rural, and parents didn't have a lot of money, so Air Force was an option for me right out of high school. The reason I chose the Air Force is my small town is right outside of Fort Knox, Kentucky. So in the winter times, I would see troops in the back of their trucks going in, freezing, holding their rifle, going out on maneuvers. So that's not the life for me. The deployment for Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm was probably the highlight of the military career. In August of 1990, when Iraq forces started moving south, we were mobilized, and we had an open-ended deployment. It says, okay, get your stuff, we're going, and we don't know when we're coming back.
I decided to join the Air Force. I just wanted to follow in my father's footsteps. He served in the military and the Army for 26 years. And the type of man that he was and I saw growing up was the type of man that I wanted to become. Well, I received an Air Force Accommodation Medal during my tour in Afghanistan. At the time, I was one of the lead enlisted intel guys. I also got an Air Force Achievement Medal during my tour in Guam, as well as being honored to play for the Air Force basketball team. Only 14, 15 people in the entire Air Force make that team per season. There's a variety of different people in the military, as well as HCA, different personalities, and it taught me at a young age to be able to manage different personalities and how to best collaborate with those individuals.
I had a lot of fun in there. I was actually security for President Bush, so I hung out with him a lot, got to shoot ski. You get hand selected, then you have to volunteer, and then 1 out of 200 made it. So I tell everybody I had to outfight and outshoot 199 other Marines to get there. And then it was cool when I got here is you don't meet many people from that small circle. And then when I got here, I met Paul Conley, and he used to work up there too. I actually lived at Camp David, and I just did security for the president's family there. I worked mostly for Bush Sr. and then for Clinton for a while. I mean, other than just discipline and sense of duty, as far as just day to day, it's, especially the security skills. I work security, and we use a lot of that doing the physical penetrations on hospitals and all. And when you've done it a long time trying to prevent people from getting in, you kind of know the holes and the ways that they can get in. So.
Started boot camp in San Diego, went to Illinois for A school. I was actually on the USS Wisconsin, which is one of the last Iowa-class battleship to be commissioned. Did some more school and ended up in San Diego on the USS Kitty Hawk, the last conventionally fueled aircraft carrier. I think my most memorable experience was actually being able to be on the Wisconsin. Got to bring it out of the shipyards, got to sail around mostly Caribbean, the Atlantic on the way up to Norfolk. But we did a lot of firing guns and those sort of things. I guess the term is esprit de corps that you get in the military. I see a lot of that kind of teamwork here at HCA. I think we all have a common mission, mission-oriented thinking. right? I think that really does apply in the military or at HCA.